And I am pleased to introduce Marla Clayton Johnson as a part of our Alumni Tribute series. Marla was a softball player for the Sonoma State Cossacks back in
Cossack.
1993, 1996. Super successful program back there. Marla, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
It's got to be great to kind of relive those memories. You know, it was a while ago, but you guys had some great teams back in that era.
We did. And yes, thank you for reminding me that it's been a while, by the way. We had great teams back then, and it was so much fun. We had a lot of players that I still am in contact with, which is awesome. But in those teams, we had hitting, we had pitching. It was really difficult to beat us in the 94, 95, 96 range. But we had a great time. It was really, really fun playing back then.
I'm curious how you got involved in softball, particularly as a sport, and what brought you to Sonoma State?
So played sports. I was the tomboy of my family, and played sports all through growing up in high school. M. Fertig was my high school softball coach, and she thought that I could play at the collegiate level. So we made VHS tapes and sent them out around I guess I wouldn't say the United States, probably Western states. I was also a daddy's girl, so I didn't want to leave home. And I was only 2 hours away from here. So I was actually recruited to play soccer and softball, but I chose softball to play. Just a fun sport, you know. It's team, it's individual, you get dirty, you have fun. So that's what brought me to softball.
And you played third base. That is a key position in the game of softball. You've got to be able to do a lot of different things. How did you develop that skill set in terms of that particular position in softball?
Oh, that's a great question. I've always had a big mouth. And so I started out as catcher, actually, when I was in high school, broke my arm. And then when I came back as third base. The varsity team needed a third baseman. So I played third base and just kind of fell in love with it. Oscillated between shortstop and third base, but really found a home with third. I loved picking people off at third with the amazing catchers that I've played with over my career. Yeah, I guess that's it.
1995, first NCAA tournament appearance in school history. That's got to bring back fond memories. Tell me just a little bit about that season. Coach Paul King
Yes.
was the leader, and he was really the guy that really developed the softball program at Sonoma State.
He did.
But talk about 1995 and what that was all about.
Oh my gosh. It was up in Humboldt. The regional tournament was up in Humboldt, and we were just excited. We had literally nothing to lose. You know, we had a good shot at winning some games, but we were just really excited to be there. And it was really kind of a unique experience that you're playing with top notch all the way around. And Humboldt and Davis were always 1 and 2, and we always came in third. And in 1995, we didn't come in third that year. So we beat Humboldt, we beat Davis. Actually, I think we beat Humboldt 3 out of 4. Davis, I think we split. Maybe that's the other way around, but it's been almost, you know, I don't even know, 20 something years. And so then we went up to Humboldt regionals. Humboldt hosted the regionals, so they got the top seed there, and it was a great time. We were out, but we got to experience kind of that high level of play that we really felt we deserved to be a part of.
You mentioned your teammates that you still keep in touch with. Tell us a little bit about those folks. I know Chris Elsie was one of the coaches on that team.
Yes.
Who's still local, great. You know, one of the greatest all-time athletes in Sonoma County history. And who else, you know, sticks out in your mind of people that you're still in touch with and that were a big part of that team?
Oh my gosh. So many. And I hope if I don't name you, please don't be mad at me. Chris Elsie, still in contact with Chris and Margie. Lisa Leonis, Brenda Scally, Gina Fistolera, who else? Rebecca Puksheviginski, Facebook friends with a bunch, Brenda Joyce, friends with her still, Tammy Page, I know I'm forgetting some people, Sarah Parks, did I say Brenda Scally? I think I did. Cece Villegas, Even Kelly Fletcher, who's Kelly Dean now, or no, she's Kelly Fletcher now. She was a first baseman, played with Michelle Gaston. She was an outfielder. Jolene Blackshear was outfielder. Just so many. But I would say Brenda Scally, Lisa, and Gina Fistolera, they're pretty close. They're still my best friends.
Always a special bond between athletes, and I think that's one of the great things, how those memories live on. How important was athletics to your life and to your success in the future? And what did Sonoma State mean to you, and what does it continue to mean to you now?
So athletics, I've always been a part of, and quite frankly, I think you learn more life lessons than you do, skills, hitting, running, catching, throwing. The life skills that you learn, how to overcome adversity, how to face challenges, how to get back up when you get knocked down. All of those things are transferable skills that you can use in life. And so that's really kind of what I take with me. My experience at Sonoma State, it was phenomenal. And I think Sonoma State gave me exactly what I needed, not only in terms of the smaller school. I think there was only 6,400 students at the time that I was enrolled and when I graduated. So it was a smaller campus, but big enough that you could experience college. And then being a part of the athletic department was fantastic. And that's definitely something I'll always take with me.
Fantastic. What a great career. Your team, 144-75 record in 4 years. You got a career 300 batting average, 208 hits, and 132 runs scored. That is fantastic. Curious if you still kind of keep an eye on the program a little bit, because your success during that era, I think, has really led to the momentum that Jen Bridges carries into the program today.
Oh, thank you. Yes, actually, we come back and play in the alumni game. Gina at Fistolera and I did last year. Brenda Joyce was there. A couple other folks were there too. So we do stay connected. Coach Bridges, we email, frequently throughout the year. I'm on Facebook with them and stuff. So I really do want to stay connected. It was a period of my life that was amazing. And so we do stay connected that way. I do remember when Danny, I can't remember Danny's last name. She played maybe a decade after me, maybe not that much. But I had 4 records, and I think she broke 2 of my records. She broke my career hits and career runs scored, I think. So I don't have any of my records anymore. They're broken, but it was good being in the books while I was there.
And of course, those records are meant to be broken. I know you're proud of
Yes.
those athletes that did that as well.
So proud.
But the fact that you guys had that great success and that it's carried over to this day is fantastic. What would you say to the current athletes that are going through such a hard time right now with the pandemic, not being able to practice, and any encouragement you could give them to keep going strong?
I would say live every moment. This too shall pass, and it's very challenging not to be able to play between those white lines. So figure out different ways to hone your skill. I don't care if you're trying to catch socks or a tennis ball in the living room. Go outside, find ways to hone your skill and perfect your craft, because the moment that the doors do reopen, you've got to be ready, and you've got to be right there ready to go. So continue doing that. Stay close with your softball family. Don't let all that petty stuff get in the way, because you're really all going towards one goal, and you have one passion that you're all that's kind of in the forefront of your mind. So stay with that and enjoy this time as much as you can.
Marla, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. It was fantastic getting to know you, catching up with you. Always great to hear from our alumni at Sonoma State University.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Marla Clayton Johnson, a part of our Alumni Tribute series here at Sonoma State University.